What is going on, y'all? It's DG back with another video coming to you live from Paris, France on behalf of Jordan Brand. And this morning, our group went to test out the Air Jordan 39, so I wanted to give you guys my quick review on them. Starting with the traction, we have a traditional herringbone pattern on translucent rubber. Personally, I'm not a fan of translucent rubber, and to give you all a heads up, I'm pretty sure all of the upcoming Jordan 39 colorways are translucent. The only way to get solid rubber is if you get EP versions overseas, specifically in Asia. But performance-wise, I really did like the traction. The one caveat though is that you do get a lot of dust on this outsole. I did try to clean these, but you guys, I'm not sure how well you guys can see it. It might be a little bit hard to see, and excuse all the lighting in my room right here, but it does pick up a lot of dust. You just need to wipe it. But overall, the grip is very good. I didn't really necessarily have an issue. No one was really sliding as well. So I do like the traction in these. It is really hard to see it, but there is some fraying already. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend this outdoors in terms of pure durability of the outsole, but I can recommend this outdoors for the next topic that I'm going to talk about. The cushion in the shoe consists of Zoom X foam full length as well as Zoom Air full length, and it is the best part about this shoe. Everyone thinks this shoe is so comfortable, and honestly, this is great. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to like these even casually. A lot of guys who want to wear the newest Air Jordan just out, or who don't have the energy to hoop anymore, or don't have the time, I feel like a lot of people are gonna rock these just casually because they're so comfortable. Performance-wise on court, they feel super springy, extremely comfortable, and my knees, my legs, feel amazing after, and we played a very long time. The cushion is by far the best thing about this shoe. So if you are looking for a shoe with cushion, I highly recommend these. And because they are so playable, which we'll continue to talk about that, I really feel like the cushion with the traction is just a great combination for hoopers and those who may be older even, who need a lot of cushion in their legs, right? It's hard to play when you're playing multiple times a week and your legs just feel it all the time because you're playing multiple times. But this shoe, this feels amazing in terms of cushion. I absolutely love it. The downsides to this cushion though, guys, is that it doesn't provide the most court feel, okay? So if you are who needs a lot of court feel, then this may not be the shoe for you. The cushion is full length, like I said, so this is not the type of shoe that has a heel to toe drop with more court feel in the front. It is not a type of shoe that has more cushion in the heel than in the front, right? So like, it just feels balanced all throughout. So depending on your play style and what you personally like, that may be a downside or it may be an upside. For me personally, I like a lot of shoes with cushion nowadays because of how much I play basketball. My body is taking a tear nowadays and I need shoes that have a lot of cushion. It is very responsive. The Zoom X, they really worked on the cushion to be very responsive and comfortable at the same time. So it's not like you're sinking into a lot of cushion. It's actually giving you a lot of energy return. And that was something that I was talking to a lot of other testers at the event, is that it does provide a lot of energy return, which was great. But again, it's not the lowest to the ground basically. So depending on what you like, that may be a positive or negative. So choose wisely. Fit of this shoe is the second best thing about it. It is such an improvement over the previous models. It's actually insane, and it makes me so happy because I was praying. I even talked about it in my previous videos when looking at the official images of the 39. I was like, hopefully these side plastic pieces or just the midsole is not intrusive to the midfoot. The reason why I emphasize that is because the 38 is extremely tight around the midfoot, and the plastic, sidewalls on the 38 eats into my arches. And if you have flat feet, the 38 is really hard to play in. The break-in process for the 38 as well is very painful if you have wide and flat feet like I do. Absolutely love the 38 aesthetically, cushion, performance-wise as well. I love playing in that shoe, but the break-in process was really tough. The materials, the fit on these is just night and day. This is great for wide footers. I would say go true to size. I would say definitely stay true to size in this shoe. It is not intrusive. Even just looking on the inside, guys, it looks like it's wide foot friendly. And the materials, again, are pretty malleable. They're not stiff. They're not intrusive to your foot. So the fit is very nice and really feels mobile. The shoe really just plays with you, which is something that a lot of hoopers want. It's nothing intrusive, which is amazing. The support of the shoe gets a little bit tricky and really depends on what you like, okay? The main thing that a lot of people were saying and that I was talking to was that it is a little bit tippy in the forefoot. And the reason for that is because these sidewalls right here are not the most stiff. It actually feels a little bit like a Kyrie 4, where it's a little bit tippy in the forefoot. So depending on what you like, that may be a positive or a negative. Do you like Kyrie type of shoes where it is a little bit tippy, or do you like the most court feel? Do you like very flat shoe? There's also no plate in this shoe, so I can just like bend it like this. But again, there is no plate in this shoe going back to the support. So I would highly recommend using a Move insole, swapping out the insole, using a hair dryer to, take it out and then putting a Move insole in here. So when you think about that, combined with the cushion, people may not like this shoe in the forefoot specifically because not only is it, it's a little bit flexible, like this side piece is a little bit flexible, and with a little bit higher off the ground cushion, it is maximum cushion. You may feel a little bit unstable depending on how you like to play and how you play in general. Moving on to the materials, you do have kind of this Cordura type of mesh on the upper with some threading. Reminds me of a Zion. You also have very nice leather all across the toe box right here. Leather continues onto the heel counter, and then you do have this plastic, heel counter right here. But I do feel like the shoe is just very mobile. It is something that a lot of hoopers will enjoy because it's so fun. It's so easy to play in, very, very bouncy. It reminds me of first playing in the KD12, where it really does propel you into your next step, extremely comfortable. Like, it is just very fun to play in. A lot of people were saying that they like it casually as well, simply because, this white colorway is just clean. I feel like a lot of the other upcoming colorways are made to be simplistic and clean. And most of all, Michael Jordan had a lot of say into this shoe. He was brought onto, the discussions about the 39 very early. They checked in with him all the time. Apparently, he was more involved with this shoe than the past shoes, so it's nice to know that he had a lot of input. So the pros to this shoe are definitely the traction, definitely the cushion, that is the best part, and definitely the fit. Cons to this shoe is really the forefoot and what you personally like. It is a little bit wobbly, like a Kyrie, the Kyrie 4, like I mentioned, even the Kyrie 3, and there's a lot of cushion in this shoe. So if you don't like a lot of cushion and you maximize court feel, this is not the shoe for you. But if you are looking for a balanced ride, I feel like, players like Tatum or, Bam too, like bigger type of guy who moves kind of like a guard. Like, I feel like this is a great shoe for hybrid type of players. It doesn't necessarily optimize for a specific play style. It is very maximized in certain performance categories. The cushion especially. A huge thing to mention in my opinion is the price point. So it does retail for, I believe, 200 USD with tax. That's around 220, 230 depending on your state. So it is a very expensive shoe. And the reason for that, I believe, is because they put a lot, the best cushion in this shoe. With that said, there are a lot of alternative options out there that are cheaper that can perform just as well for you personally, or just are cheaper, right? There are other options out there that you can choose over the 39 right now. Overall, for me, guys, I really do like playing in this shoe because it is so comfortable. It doesn't hurt my feet. A lot of shoes hurt my feet, especially true to size or even a half size up. The fit in these is, comparatively speaking to a lot of shoes I've tested recently, is easily one of the best things about this shoe. The cushion, comparatively to other shoes that I've tested recently, is amazing. It is just very comfortable. Again, preface, it doesn't have the most court feel. So if you need a lot of court feel, this may not be the shoe for you. From a pure performance perspective though, this is easily one of the most comfortable shoes right now, by far. And anyone who has the shoe probably would agree with that. And overall, the fit is just great for me. I really like the fit in these guys. It is such a great, feeling shoe. To play in these is just so seamless. It is so free. And with the traction, it just feels really, really good. It's very mobile. You move fast in this shoe. You can jump in this shoe. It feels very bouncy, which I absolutely love. So I can understand why this is such a game type of shoe. If you move fast, if you jump out the building, if you need a lot of cushion, you can go for hours in this shoe as well because it is very easy on your legs. But the 200 price tag with tax is very expensive, guys. Don't get me wrong. But overall, there are other options out there as well. You know, the LeBron 21 on Nike.com is around $75 right now with the extra 25% off. There's Sabrina 1, Sabrina 2, which is much cheaper than these. So like there's a lot of other options. From a pure performance perspective though, I do believe a lot of people are going to be fans of the 39 simply because of how easy and seamless this shoe is to play in. And if you are a fan of Air Jordan, if you're like an OG head, I definitely feel like you will like this shoe by far. For any sort of bouncy player, you're gonna love this shoe. If you're a fast player, like this shoe is built for just movement, in my opinion. It really, like the overall fit, the construction is great. I would just recommend, I don't know why they didn't put a plate in here. It's kind of weird, but I would recommend using a move insole. Other thing I want to mention about this shoe is that the upcoming colorways are very simplistic. And I really feel like they could have just gave us better colorways, to be quite honest. I feel like the design approach to giving us simplistic colorways is great, but I wish they gave us like more traditional colorways, like something that is more wild or has more color. I feel like they're only releasing 9 colorways, I believe, but you know, I wish they had a more, you know, traditional approach to the colorways. So yeah, I wish that we got more colors on the uppers and future colorways and stuff like that. This kind of feels like the GT Cut 3 on like steroids a little bit. Like the cushion is crazy. It has that Zoom X. It even has zoom, full length zoom. And it just feels so good on your foot, in my opinion. It's a shoe I'm definitely going to be playing in. It is by far one of my favorite shoes that I've tested in a while because it is so easy on my foot. It is so comfortable. The traction is good. The overall fit is amazing. Like I would say the one downside is the court feel and kind of the wobbliness of the forefoot. But for a player like me, who's not the most shifty player, or, you know, I do crossovers and stuff like that, but, you know, I don't really have a lot of moves like that. Like this is a great shoe for me. I feel like I can bounce into my jump shot a little bit. Overall, yo, those are my complete thoughts on the Air Jordan 39. I highly do recommend this shoe, but the price point is definitely a deterrent in my opinion. But if you find these on sale, I promise you, just try them out from Nike. If you don't like them, return them, because this is such a fun shoe to play in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe, especially if you made it this far. Follow me on all socials at DG Hoops, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.